Okay, big question here. What if you don't know how to be positive? What if being positive and having a positive disposition is completely foreign to you? Maybe you grew up in a house where that wasn't even a thing. You didn't even know it existed until you came out into the wonderful land of YouTube and found out that, hey, there's a bunch of people making their lives amazing just by being positive. I don't know what the hell that means. How do I do it? It's all part of mood, mindset, and state week. This week is all about disposition and how you can control what comes into your life just by changing your day-to-day mood. Stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I am a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting doubts so you can bring joy, clarity, and love into your life. If you would like to address the specific issues that you have with figuring out a positive attitude, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching in the description below, and we will get to your specific limiting beliefs and doubts. Now, this is something that I see kind of creeping up in a lot of places. I don't think that a lot of people are as comfortable talking about how difficult it is to remain positive, because it's almost like you get shamed for it in this community. Like, we're all so working on our positivity and our attitudes that we forget what it's like, where we came from, where we started. So I definitely understand that not everybody understands what it's like to be positive or even how to do that. Or a lot of people don't even think that they're capable of that. So I want to kind of clear the air about positivity, negativity, what that means, how we deal with it, and how you can move forward in a productive way. That's a spoiler, to achieving everything that you want. Make sure you stay to the end of this video, because at the end, I'm going to give you a one-word tweak that is going to change your entire perception of positive and negative. You can employ it right away. Stay tuned to the end so you don't miss that tip. Now, before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach more people, and everyone deserves to know that they are the power of their world. So, negative energy, negative attitude, thinking negative thoughts, having a negative expectancy, this can definitely be a drain on your life. And it's not that you are not able to manifest what you want or what you desire, because it's not necessarily about your mood that manifests necessarily, but there are a lot of benefits to keeping a positive outlook while you're doing this stuff. Or, I mean, honestly, in general, you should kind of live your life by this, but I know that it's maybe not necessarily the first choice for everybody. But I can say, as somebody who has dealt with anger issues for most of my life, that I much prefer this version of me that lives positively, purposely, and chooses positivity every single day than the version of me that allows myself to sink into negativity or anger or whatever. So why is it important to choose positivity? Is it that your manifestations don't come through if you're negative? Not necessarily. There are some mainstream teachings and ideas that say that vibration is what matters only, and that your vibration is at any given time is exactly what you're going to give back. Well, that is partially true. That's definitely part of it. It's a lot bigger than that. And the feelings that we have, the emotions that we carry day to day are only part of what manifests, because our thoughts and feelings kind of feed back into each other, and there's this weird kind of flow. But if you know something, if you know you're going to win something, even if you're negative in general or don't find yourself to be overly optimistic, if you know you're going to win something, that's different than hoping or believing. It's when you start taking the knowing away, taking that certainty away, that the probability of things manifesting diminish. Now, the reason I mention all of this is because if you know something, there's no question about it. It doesn't matter what your mood is. It doesn't matter if you feel negative or positive. If you know what's going to happen, then it just does, and that's it. So that's why it's possible to manifest when you're not feeling great, to make good things happen, even if you don't feel good or you don't have a positive outlook or disposition or a positive expectancy. But I know it's going to happen. I don't have to be in a good mood to know that this is going to happen for me. So again, your mood doesn't necessarily need to be positive for you to create. It just doesn't. This is it. You are manifesting in all moments. So you don't have to be in a good mood to do it. You just have to know what you want as yours, or know where you're going and decide that you're not stopping until you get there. So where we run into issues with this is that your feelings still do replicate. So even if they don't necessarily get in the way of you manifesting something, you're still going to be manifesting more things to feel depressed about, or to feel angry about, or to feel doubtful, insecure, whatever. So it is important, I believe, to work on your mood, because I've been there. I've manifested things and been angry. And now I manifest things, a lot more things, and I get to be positive about it, and I get to be in a good mood. To me, it's a way better option. Yes, I could be in a negative mood and still manifest, but what's fun about that? What happens when I get my manifestation? I'm still negative ass Nancy. Now I'm negative Nancy at Disneyland. I can know that I'm going to go there, but if I don't work on my mood and become better with myself and okay in my own skin and happy with my own company, when I get to Disneyland, I'm not going to have a good time. I'm going to be complaining about the lines, complaining about how hot it is, complaining about how cold it is, sticky shit on the ground, kids everywhere. You need to be, you want to be the best possible version of you, so that when you do get to your manifestations, you get to actually enjoy them. And you're not worrying about the things that are going wrong. You're thinking about, where's the next place we're going? What's the next amazing vacation I can go on? What's the next awesome thing I can manifest? What's the next thing I can do to remind myself how amazing and incredible and loved that I am? So if you're working on figuring out positivity and lightening the mood or the load, check out my 30 days of alignment. That's what I did to actually change my entire disposition. That's how I went from always angry to always this, whatever this is, excited and ridiculous, but looking towards the future in a positive way. I, again, much prefer this version of myself, and things have happened so amazing and quickly and crazy for me since adopting this new way of living and viewing the world. I'm actually doing a video on that out tomorrow. That's going to be my own personal law of attraction success story. That's a question I get asked all the time. And tomorrow's really special. I have a super special announcement tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned to tomorrow's video. So I mentioned in the beginning that I had a special tip for you to kind of turn this positive negative thing on its head and make it work for you. If you are somebody that is struggling with how to be positive and conjuring up these feelings, and you don't know how to live in that like excited mode, first things first, download my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge. Of course, that's going to help get you familiar with being positive and conjuring the emotions and soaking in them and allowing them to kind of fill you and resonate with you. But we are going to start looking at the word positive and negative, the other version of it, the other side of the coin, if you will, in a different way. We use the words positive and negative as kind of a blanket statement. I'll actually link my video above about dealing with negative people, but positive and negative is kind of a blanket statement. Positive to me means an optimistic outlook. You're not letting things affect you. You're being the type of version of you that people actually want to be around. You are looking towards the future with hope and excitement and believability. You're trusting in yourself and you're building self-love. To me, that's positive. Negative would be not trusting yourself, not believing yourself, being needy or desperate, giving into your 3D world, believing that your circumstances are going to keep you in place, not giving yourself room or enough time to actually do this right before you decide that my manifestation is not working. Sorry, I get this stuff all day long. But that's kind of the way I describe negative. It's not looking towards the future or the present with an open eye. It's deciding it's not working, it's questioning, it's doubt, it's fear, it's insecurity. We don't want that. So in order to make a mental switch, I want you to start thinking of positive. Instead of calling it positive, let's call it productive, okay? It's the same idea. We want to think things that are productive for our well-being and productive for our growth. When we're dealing with our emotions and checking in with ourselves and deciding if we're manifesting good or bad things for ourselves, instead of asking, is this a positive emotion or a positive thought, we're going to ask ourselves, is this a productive thought? Is this a productive emotion? Is this going to help me get to my end goal? Or is this an unproductive thought? Is this standing in the way of me achieving what I want? Replace the entire idea of positive or negative with productive or unproductive. And this will kind of take away that like unsettling, I don't know how to be positive thing, because I know that kind of trips people up and they get discouraged. They're like, well, I don't really know how to be positive. Could I even manifest? Yes, you absolutely can. And if you want to be better at thinking productive thoughts and thinking in a productive manner, check out all of my playlists. They'll be around the screen. You can also sign up for one-on-one coaching, and I will help you get to that point where you are choosing productive thoughts and you're doing it habitually. The link for one-on-one coaching is below. So I want you to comment down below, I intend to think productive thoughts. I intend to think productive thoughts. Let's cut the positivity thing out of it. Let's take that off the table and just make sure that we're thinking productive thoughts that are going to lead us down the road that we want to be on. Here on the Roxy Talks channel, I go live every Monday at noon-ish PST. So make sure you're subscribed and click the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach more people, and everyone deserves to know that they are the God of their reality. They're making all of the things happen for them, positive or not. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.